Chosen ones, welcome again to another episode of the Supreme Ministry, where we share and we talk about God and the love of God and everything else. I'd like to thank all my subscribers that have been riding with me, you know, that have been helping me, expand this page. And I thank all the new subscribers that's here coming to see what's going on with Supreme Ministry. And trust me, man, you won't be disappointed. In this episode, man, we're going to talk about the heart. Chosen ones, you got one of the most loving hearts that'll ever be on this earth. And you got the heart of God. And a lot of people, they don't have the heart you have. They have uh, a selfish heart. And it's a difference between the loving heart and the selfish heart. See, love is one of the most highest frequencies in the universe. And selfishness is the lowest frequency. See, a lot of things, come from selfishness. Hate, envy, just any type of negative thing, it comes from selfishness. The ego comes from selfishness. Lying come from selfishness. Everything come from being selfish. So when a person has a selfish heart, they don't really care about nothing. But you chosen ones, you got a good heart. You got a good heart. You don't want nothing to happen to people. You help people. You do the right thing. So people with selfish hearts, man, they they can mess with a chosen one because they deep inside they really want to not be selfish. So when they see a chosen one, it reminds them of how they could be. So they'll mess with a chosen one. But one thing about people with selfish hearts, they won't mess with another person with a selfish heart. They'll clash because they both selfish. You get what I'm saying? But with a chosen one, they'll rock with a chosen one because the chosen one is going to help them, remind them about the child that's on the inside of them. And what I mean by that is a lot of people that's unselfish, that's selfish, they forgot about the child on the inside of them. And I believe Jesus said, in the Bible, he was like, unless you come to him as a child, he won't even see you. And he ain't talking about being like a child, like being immature. He talking about being innocent. Your spirit gotta be innocent. You can't have no selfishness in you. Just like when you was a child, everything that you did was, was pure, was you wasn't worried about the world. You didn't have responsibilities. You didn't have bills. And God wants you, to be your soul, your spirit to be in that state so he can receive you. Because when God see you, he see you as that innocent kid that you was before you became a grown-up and your heart got hardened and corrupted and became selfish. So when he look at a person that's got a pure heart, that's got a loving heart, he sees himself because that's what he is. So basically what I'm saying, chosen ones, by you having a pure heart, you radiate the love frequency everywhere you go. So either one or two things happen. Either the selfish person going to, mess with you, going to get on your frequency, you're going to automatically see them change. Like they going to start, a person that's selfish going to start acting like they ain't selfish no more. They'll start being giving and doing things good and talking to you normal. But when you leave out the room or when you leave out of their presence, they gonna turn back selfish again. You know what I mean? It's just like with Moses and the Pharaoh. When Moses was in front of the Pharaoh, he was telling him, saying, not to do certain things and to let my people go. It was many times where the Pharaoh was agreeing with Moses and he was like, okay, I'll do it. But as soon as Moses left his presence, his heart got hardened again because in the root of his heart, he was selfish. And that's the same thing with people. You know, in the root of their heart, they selfish. So when you're not around, they're gonna transform to their real true self. Chosen ones, man, you gotta remember, you are the light of the world. You are the light of the world. And a lot of these selfish people, they they don't want to see you shine your light. They want you to be like them. Like they say, misery loves company, and they miserable. So as you being a chosen one, man, you gotta watch your aura, you gotta watch your frequency because if you be around too many selfish people, you gonna end up doing the things that they do, and then pretty soon your heart gonna get hardened and you gonna turn selfish. You gonna have to ask God for forgiveness because is that selfishness is gonna take over your goodness. It's the same thing that can happen to a selfish person. If a selfish person be around too many chosen ones, they gonna end up, what I'm saying, acting right and doing the right thing, and they ain't gonna be selfish no more because they gonna be taking them characteristics of a chosen person, and maybe that deep down inside in their heart, they'll return to that childlike image again, and they'll be pure again. So it can happen both ways. So you gotta watch, man, how you radiate your heart frequency because in these days of time, man, it's so many people that's selfish. We are outnumbered, in many arenas and in many places. So you gotta watch your energy, man. You gotta watch your energy. It's just like when you in relationships or whatever, you a chosen one, you got a pure heart. You'll do anything for your mate. You'll take care of them. You will upgrade them. You'll give them clothes, whatever that you can do to make them feel and be in a good place. But if your mate is selfish, they ain't gonna be able to receive what you putting out. You may change them, but 9 times out of 10 you ain't because most people that's selfish are narcissists. That's really in a relationship for something. So they gonna just like continue to take from the chosen one, and think that they really get no. But see, this the thing. This what really happens when a selfish person get out of a relationship with a chosen one. It may not hit them right away, but it will hit them eventually. They gonna realize like, dang, I was with somebody that was genuine. And you ain't gonna never be able to replace a chosen one. You can't replace them. You make jump from one relationship to the next one, to the next person, to the next person. And it may be 5, 10, 15 years down the line, that selfish person gonna be like, man, wait a minute. That one person, man, that I was with that pure heart was the only person in my life that really accepted me for who I am, that tried to help me out, that didn't want nothing from me. And they gonna start crying crocodile tears because you only get God only gives you one chance to be with a chosen one. Once you neglect the chosen one time, you will never find a relationship like that same relationship. So it's a hard thing for people that go through their life and regret of the things they did to a chosen one. And then they gonna get super karma once they leave that chosen one. They gonna get super karma. And they ain't gonna know what to do. So, in relationships, the chosen ones are really the ones that you wanna be with. That you wanna be with. Because like I said, you know what I'm saying, we can make a bad person good. You know what I'm saying? Our aura changes atmosphere. So if if that person heart ain't completely selfish and completely hardened, they may have a chance of their heart changing and something, good happening to them while they with that chosen one. Cause when you with that chosen one, you get all good karma. So your life is gonna be the best life that you ever had when you with a chosen one. But when you leave a chosen one, you're gonna have the worst life ever. You're gonna have the worst life ever, man. Matter of fact, put it in the comment box below. I'm a chosen one. You know, put it in that comment box below. I got a pure heart. You see, a lot of people is ungrateful and they do chosen ones wrong because they see that they with somebody that'll take care of them, that'll go to the end of the universe for them and that'll do right by them. So they take advantage of good things. But when you take advantage of good things, man, you gotta believe you best believe that God is watching. And he'll break that relationship up. And you be like the chosen ones, like we be like, man, what happened? Cause you know what I'm saying, we're gonna be rocking so hard with that person. Sometimes the chosen ones can be blind because we be rocking with somebody, but we not knowing that God don't even want us with that person for real. Cause that person don't God see the things that we don't see in that person. So God will let that person go and we'll be sad. But it's just uh that person wasn't meant for us. And so God will break that relationship up so that person can learn a lesson and that can receive their karma. A lot of chosen ones be in relationship with people and God be like, man, you know what I'm saying? Get out the way. Get out the way. This person is doing you need to leave because this person is doing you so bad, but I can't get them their karma because they with you. They with you. So I can't give them their karma because you a chosen one. You one of my children. And I'm not finna allow, you to get hurt. So you that person a blessing block you. That person a straight up blessing block you when you in a relationship with them because now the the uh the scale is balancing out. You got a negative person with a positive person. Now the scale is balanced. So now you kind of receiving, you ain't getting no blessings from God because you got the negative person with you and you wonder why your relationship is going further and further and further down the drain because that negative person is sucking all the energy and God just letting them stay there because in your heart you want them to stay. But that ain't right. So you gotta you gotta let them go. Being a chosen one, you gotta use your discernment and know that this person ain't good for me. Even though my heart is pure, my heart is, and I be down 10 toes down with a person. It ain't worth, what I'm saying, jumping in the pool trying to save somebody, but they pulling you under at the same time. You best believe God see that. He see that at all times. He see that at all times. So You just gotta continue to have a pure heart, man. And you gotta let people receive their karma. You gotta let them receive their karma, man. Cause if you don't, in the worst scenario, man, you gonna stay there so long. God gonna be trying to tell you to leave, and you stay there so long. Then all of a sudden, you gonna be reaping the same karma as that person supposed to be getting. You gonna get it too. Cause now that person is pulling you more to the selfish side, to the other side. And God see it as like, okay, you want to be with that person instead of listening to me. Okay, you're gonna receive the same karma as that person getting, straight up. And then you gonna be in a worse predicament instead of leaving that person and just feeling a little bit of heartbreak. You're gonna feel the worst type of heartbreak because now God has turned His back on you, and you seeing all type of stuff trying to hang on to this person, and you gonna be feeling all heat from the furnace. So matter of fact, put in the comment box below, man. I do not want to feel the heat. Put in the comment box below. I'm gonna let them receive their karma. I'm telling you. But continue to have that pure heart. Continue to have that pure heart. Don't be selfish, man. If you see anybody that's got any type of selfish tendencies, you need to get away from 'em. See, selfishness, man, is the root. It's the root. It's the root to all evil. I don't care what. If you see a person that's doing something evil, I bet you if you sit down and you analyze that person, it's the core of their evilness is selfishness. They selfish about something. I'm telling you. Being selfish will destroy your life. It's not about, people will be like, oh, it's about self. It's not a, yeah, it's about self, but you ain't gotta be selfish. You know what I mean? It's good to do things about to improve yourself, but when you get to the point where you doing stuff that's hurting others, try to make you be bigger than them, being selfish, now you got a problem. You putting yourself on a pedestal to try to be better than the next person, you're being selfish. You're being selfish. And this goes for everybody around the world. It's selfish people everywhere. It's narcissists everywhere. It's energy vampires everywhere. It's witches and warlocks everywhere. And they feed on your heart energy. Most witches, you know, they cast spells through conversation. See, a lot of people don't even know that witches cast spells through conversation. They ask you questions like, "Oh, what time you go to sleep?" You know what I'm saying? Trying to figure out the time you go to sleep so they can cast that spell, when your spirit weak. You know what I'm saying? Not even when you go to sleep. It's like what time you wake up in the middle of the night. Like if you wake up at 3 o'clock, your spirit, you never. I'm telling you, witches be putting spirits. That's the witching hour, and they'll put a spirit on you in that hour when they know that you wake up. So you gotta be careful the questions they ask you, for real, because they trying to find a weakness in you so they can capitalize off of it. They'll play their role to try to be sympathetic and have empathy for you, and then find out your weakness, and then they gonna try to capitalize off that weakness, and make a spell for it. That's what witches and warlocks do through conversation. They ask you the weirdest questions. Be leery of the questions people ask you when you talking to them, because you might be talking to a straight supreme witch or a straight head warlock. Matter of fact, you know what I'm saying? In my next video, I'm going to touch into a little bit about that. about these witches and these warlocks and what they do. So tune in, cause I'm gonna go deep on them, boy. I'm gonna slash them up like a scallop. I'm gonna pull out that Christian sword and I'm gonna be slashing them and bashing them. I'm telling you, I'm gonna expose them on everything they do, so you could be prepared, chosen one, for for anything, any type of attack that they coming at you. Cause like I say, boy, they'll cast spells through conversation, trying to find your weakness. But you got back to what I was originally talking about, man. Like I say, man, continue to have a pure heart. Don't change. Be loving. Take care of your family. Take care of all your loved ones, and be on the watch, man. Be on the watch for people that's selfish, man. Because I'm telling you, they'll pull you down to the gates of hell just to push, just so they can have cool points with their agendas. So it's your boy Supreme, man, with another episode. I'm glad you stayed all the way to the end of the video. If you stayed all the way to the end of the video, you that girl or you that dude, I'm telling you, and you learning. And like I say, man, until next time, God loves you, and y'all stay prayed up.